Mr Mayor, I'm concerned that trains across my constituency are actually becoming somewhat of an accessory to crime, with stations without ticket barriers attracting shoplifters and violent thugs up the line to actually rob school kids and others. Last week at a public meeting, a parent told me about how her son, near a train station, was mugged at knife point for his phone and jacket, and after they took his belongings, he was beaten, kicked to the ground, where his head was then stomped on. Parents in Hayes tell me about, the reason that's relevant is because then the tracking on the phone then showed it going back down the line to other places. Parents in Hayes, in my council ward, constantly tell me about their kids being robbed on their way home from school, and once again the thieves make their way down the line, exploiting the fact that Hayes sits at the end of the train line without a ticket barrier. I'm working with councillors in this ward to campaign for ticket barriers at places like Hayes Station. Hayes itself is the third highest priority for ticket barriers on the South Eastern Transport Network, but they have for the last 2 years failed to get government funding. Will you work with me to try to make the case for more ticket barriers on this network?
Yeah, I'm sure the members. Firstly, listen, I'm really sorry about the horrible injuries you described with those two young children, and I'm hoping they're not too traumatised, because I know traumatised in being the victim of violent crime is one of the reasons why the police have taken school support officers out of schools. Is that travel corridor that's so important, and some of the work we've done shows that the biggest time when children are victims of crime is when they go to and from school. That's one of the reasons why we've done that. Can I take away what he said about the ticket barrier? I'm sure he's got the local MP involved. We have tried to explain to the DFT the importance of human beings and ticket barriers. That combination is really important. But also, if people know they're going to be caught, they're less likely to commit crime. So, Chair, let me take that away and get back to him about how we can work together to address this awful consequence of the situation you're talking about with ticket barriers, staff, deterring this sort of stuff.
Thank you for that answer there, Mr Mayor. Another constituent of mine was recently attacked in broad daylight at Charing Cross Station. A man tried to grab his bag. My constituent put his hand on the bag to protect it, to which he was met to a fist in the face from the attacker, who then threw him to the ground again and caused visible cuts and bruising to his face. I'm concerned that train terminals are becoming a bit of a policing grey area. Can I ask the Mayor to use his influence over both the Met and the British Transport Police to ensure there's an increase in visible policing at our railway terminals, particularly Charing Cross and London Victoria?
Yeah, I mean, as I explained to him in answer to his question, although one victim of crime is one too many, actually, public transport has a very low level of crime when you compare it to the journeys that are made on there. Actually, the focus of the police are transport hubs. Some of the analysis that we've done shows actually that's the place you're most likely to be the victim of phone theft and other personal robbery and personal theft. And the progress in reducing this has been because you've got police teams focused on town centre hubs and also stations. Let me again speak to the police and BTP, because he'll know this, but others may not know this. Shorthand, BTP do policing on trains and subsurface. Police do policing on surface and buses and so forth. So let me take this away, because there is this intersection at stations which connect both, and I'm worried about this falling between stalls. I'm not saying it's happening, but I worry this could fall between Met Police and BTP. So let me take that away as well.